Every single day, millions of videos are uploaded to the platform. Some good, some bad, and just some flat out weird. But we don't get to see those videos every day. So what do they look like? Well, today I'll be answering that question. As today, we're plunging right back into the waters as we're discussing the most disturbing and weird YouTube videos on YouTube, Iceberg. Today, we are on layer 5. Hello and welcome back to the hole in the wall. If you're new here, over the past 4 videos, we have been discussing the most disturbing and weird iceberg. Today we are on layer 5. If you're interested in watching the first 4 parts, in the description there is a playlist to those first 4 parts. I very much enjoy it. And a bit of context as to why we're doing this iceberg is, so originally I was going to do a Gen Z iceberg, but I decided at the last minute to change it because I didn't really get to grow up with the normal Gen Z trauma. I still might do a Gen Z trauma iceberg video, but I'm more connected to stuff here on this iceberg. So if you're interested in seeing the past few parts and my commentary on some of those videos, again in the description, part 1 through 4. If you have been here throughout the last 4 parts, welcome back. And with all that being said, let's jump right back in to the disturbing and weird iceberg. So to start off with this iceberg, we're now jumping into where the first 4 layers were disturbing media, like somewhat weird videos. Practically everything on this iceberg is just weird. There isn't a lot of disturbing. I think there's 1 or 2 entries that are disturbing, but mostly all of them are just flat out weird that I don't really have any way of describing, but I'm gonna try the best of my ability to. Cool guy has chill day.
It's cool guy. Cool guy.
Now this would be a music style video of this cool guy going around town. He would be a man in some sort of mannequin head, and this would be released back in 2009 by Lonely Boy Industry. The video would become so popular, they would actually create a sequel to this video, being, I think it would be Chill Dude and Cool Guy would battle each other. This would be released in 2014, 5 years later, by Devin Montes and Anthony Lore. Again, these are just pretty cool, interesting videos. Again, they're just something that was for the time. New Super Mario Bros. Whee! This would be a video by Cyrakek. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Released back in 2018. Now, this would just be the opening of the Super Mario Bros. Wii intro, but if you can somewhat imagine it, just if you were on like one end of a tunnel, like a train tunnel, and then like someone was booting up the game in like another part of the tunnel, and like you would kind of hear it, it would kind of sound loud, but then it just kind of get quiet to the point where you were. And then at the end of the video, it's just a couple of like iconic like .exe images of the Mario characters, and that's really it. Samson pays a visit.
It's time to have some fun with Uncle Samson.
A 3D animation of a bear named Uncle Samson, being the stereotypical uncle towards this kid. By the end of the video, he would dancing to a song, God, I can't remember it, but if I do, it'll be somewhere on the screen. And this would be released back in 2014 by Jack Bowen. Now, this would be so popular that he would make an entire, like, sort of series around it. It wasn't really a series, but it was just kind of just using the characters in multiple ways, sort of to stretch that dollar, you know? It was sheep. This would be a 3D animation of two groups of sheep trying to get at each other, even though their owners don't want it to happen. So the owners try to separate the two sheep by all means necessary. It would be weird because by the midpoint, the sheep are violently trying to get at each other, but the more and more, it eventually starts with barbed wire, then bricks, then everything else. And the sheep just try to get at each other, and it just turns into a bloodbath. By the end of it, they would shave off all the sheep, and eventually just turn into some weird racism plot. This would be directed by Gottfried Mentor, and released back in 2018. Daisy Leaves. Now this would be a horror HRG by Robert Helpman that depicts a dead body in a plastic bag with backwards playing music at the video. Now, the weird thing is that this is, yes, an ARG, but no one has been able to figure out the mystery of the series. There have been theories that, of course, the video was supposed to be, in quotation marks, created by a killer recording his victims, but there hasn't been any confirmation as to what actually goes on in these videos. Real demons caught on tape. Now this is a video by Chester Tyler 14, released back in 2009, that shows hands coming out of every area in a person's house, and eventually would come together to create a hand monster, which still to this day, I don't understand how that concept has never actually made it into some sort of horror movie, or how this guy never went out and tried to, you know, get a big job in VFX, because genuinely, it is still impressive how the video looks. Even to this day, it stands the test of time. SpongeBob style.
SpongeBob style. SpongeBob style. Hey, sexy fish.
Now this would be a creepy video of SpongeBob doing the Gangnam Style dance, with a kid singing the same song in the background. Now this would be released in 2013 by Science Sled Bitston. Die Fantasy. A music video showing the terror and dread you experience when being forced to leave your childhood behind. Now this is shown through the ideas of sex. Actually kind of beautiful. The animation is really perfect, the music is just top notch. It's just honestly the visuals. The visual elements are what make this sort of stand out in a way, but genuinely I don't know why not a lot of people are still talking about this, as it is genuinely one of the most beautiful music videos. As again, it shows just how, you know, there's like this huge debate about like TikTok kids and how like kids are growing up too fast nowadays, and how like kids aren't allowed to be kids anymore. And this video just shows what that kind of looks like, as again, it's just a group of high schoolers just rebellious because they think that they should. Eat the Meat Puppet. Now this video shows the story of Pete the Meat Puppet and his struggles he had to go through in life, released back in 2008 by The Denzel Show. And it would be only a black and white short. Now this would be a weird video just because of like, the puppet looks really made of meat. Like, and like the whole story, like I think the story was that Pete the Meat Puppet was born to a human woman who couldn't keep him because I think she was dying, and then he ends up going to the circus and a whole bunch of these places and just trying to find the meaning of his life. SpongeBob Cave Eaten Alive. Now this video would be by String Anime and released back in 2018, showing a deformed SpongeBob walking into a cave dancing and then being eaten alive by this rat-looking fish. And that would be it. Malice in Wonderland. Now this would be an animated drug trip of a video that embraced the odyssey of the original Alice in Wonderland story by taking parts of the story and just telling them through visual mediums. This short would be released back in 1982 by Vince Collins. And again, this is just one of those ones where it just looks weird, but when you actually realize that this wasn't a point where everything was just hand-drawn, like, it is impressive how this story looks and how they're able to tell a meticulous story just through a visual means, which is something that not a lot of shows or movies get to do anymore, and I just like it because of it. Teddy has an operation.
Is wrong. Count down from 10 now, Teddy. You won't make it to 1 because the doctor is putting you to sleep. Now the doctor can begin his operation, and Teddy will not feel a thing. Now Teddy is on drugs. The doctor cuts into Teddy's flesh with his medical instrument. Look, there is Teddy.
Now, if the title didn't give it away, it's exactly how it sounds. It's just a man whispering about operating on a teddy bear, and we watch as he uses real, in quotation marks, organs when it's actually just like cow and like animal organs, but still real organs nonetheless in the short. And this would be released back in 2013 by Z Frank. In some sort of a weird way, I found this video really wholesome because there's just something soothing. Maybe it's about the way he talks or just the way he takes this like sort of disturbing medium but makes it so incredibly wholesome because of just the way he talks about it and the way he's not like how it's not just disturbing to be disturbing, but there's actually something wholesome that he wants to bring to the project. You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard.
I'm a what?
A wizard, Harry.
I'm a wizard?
Yes, Harry. You're a wizard.
But I'm just Harry.
Well, just Harry. You're a wizard.
But I'm just Harry.
No.
Now, this would be a good animation where a Scottish man just roleplays the iconic scene of Harry Potter where Harry finds out he's a wizard. But in this version, Harry doesn't actually want to be a wizard. And the funny thing is again, this was an SFM animation, so like they're not actually using the real sprites of either character. So it just adds on to the just hilarity of the short. And I just want to end on this one because it's genuinely funny. I genuinely just found it hilarious. But that would end off the iceberg, or layer 5 of the iceberg. Again, if you want to watch any of these videos, in the link down in the description, I will have a link to every single one of these videos from the original creator, so you can experience the iceberg and see how you react to this. As again, some of these clips I had to cut down just for the limit of the iceberg. As I said, some of these, like again, Die by Fantasy, Teddy Has an Operation, Malice in Wonderland, Daisy Leaves, Cool Guy Has Cool Day, all of those were really good and well produced, and genuinely I hope that you guys give those videos a shot because again, genuinely they're very fun and entertaining videos. But with all that being said, I thank you guys for watching. If you guys could like, comment, and subscribe. The comment question of the day is, just like the other ones, what is the most weirdest video you found on YouTube? At the end of the series, I will actually be doing a reaction to every single one of guys' commented videos. I'll be doing a reaction to every single one once the entire series is done, and kind of seeing what videos I've seen and what videos I haven't seen, and maybe being freaked out or weirded out. Again, they don't have to be disturbing, they just gotta be weird. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back from the other parts of the series, and for the people who came in watching this one, I hope you go back and watch the other ones because I think they're personally pretty entertaining. But with all that being said, thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, and good night.